All right, you guys. Hey, we are going to work on some really, really easy stuff. Like this, nice. You're all going to ace this. So make sure you do this work because it's really an easy level 3 or a 4. Here we go. So first thing we want to show you is we got scatter plots. So with scatter plots, this is real life data where dots aren't always perfectly straight in a nice straight line. Okay, but they follow a general pattern or association. Okay, so if we look at this, these four examples kind of tells you the answer already, but positive, positive, see how the dots kind of go in a positive direction? Like Mr. Slope Guy, remember Mr. Slope Guy? Okay. Uh, so this would be called a positive linear. Linear means straight line. It makes a line, a fairly straight line. Okay, so it's a positive linear association. Okay. This next one here is going the other way. It's a negative linear association because it makes a straight. The dots follow a general line. They're associating negatively. Okay, so like I don't know. Uh, yeah, the dots are going down and to the right. It's a negative situation. Uh, this one here is considered nonlinear association because the dots go down and then they go back up. It kind of makes a curve. We call that nonlinear. It's not a straight line. Definitely not positive, not negative. So that's a nonlinear association. And then this one here, when the dots are all over the place, there's really no association. There's no association. They're not going positive. They're not going negative. They're just all over the place. That's no association. All right? All right. Nice job. Let's practice a few more before we let you do your LTI. This one, if you look at it, is going a positive trend. I know they're really spread out, but that would be positive. Basically they're going in a positive direction, even though they're kind of makes a big fat line. Okay. This one here, so this one over here would be a negative association. See how the dots are mostly going, following that pattern of down and to the left. Okay. So this side's positive, linear, makes a line. This side's negative, linear, because it mostly makes a straight line. Mostly. All right. This is how you do it. See how you do it? This is how you do it. Let's keep going. Couple more. You got to learn a couple more things. So this one right here, these dots follow a straight line. So that'd be positive, linear. But there's two dots that we have a name for. That's an outlier. An outlier is a data point that's quite far away from the other dots. So here's another outlier. Kind of far away from your trend line or your pattern, your association. They're not really associated with this group of dots. They're out there. They're outliers. They're out away from everything else. Okay. Let's look at this one. Now we actually have some stuff. The length of your car and its miles per gallon. So as your car gets longer, your gas mileage goes down. See that? So that's a negative association. See that? So there's one dot that we might call an outlier. That'd be this one. Outlier. That one, that one, and that one. All right? All right, Governor. We're doing pretty good. Also, one more word. This would be considered a cluster. That's pretty simple, isn't it? It's a bunch of dots clustered together. Probably two clusters. One cluster, two clusters. All right? I see a cluster. I see an outlier. I see a positive correlation. I see a negative linear correlation. Positive linear, whoops, positive linear, negative linear. Cluster, outlier, you got it? I think you guys got it. One more thing. Make sure when you're doing this LTI that you move these to which one it is. So if you think this is a positive association, you'd put it there. It's obviously a negative association, so you'd put it there. Are the dots basically in a line, a linear situation where they're in a kind of a straight line? Yes, sir. So make sure you do that. Circle any clusters and put a star around the outlier if you think there is one. Okay? Thank you guys. We're done. You guys rock.